start. Hello guys, another day, another chance, another way, another dance. Today I'll be discussing a very important topic, the topic that I've been pondering over for quite some time. Right, let me share my screen now. Alright, okay. Let- Alright, so in this chapter you learn how to write functions and to pass arguments so that your functions have access to the information they need to do their work. You learned how to use positional and keyword arguments and also how to use an arbitrary number of arguments. You saw functions that display output and functions that return values. You learned how to use functions with lists, dictionaries, if statements, and while loops. You also saw how to store your functions inside files called modules. So your program files will be simpler and easier to understand. Finally, you learn how to style your functions. Your programs will continue to be well structured and as easy as possible for you and others to read. So, pretty much one of your goals as a programmer should be to write simple code that does what you want it to do, and functions help you do this. They allow you to write blocks of code and leave them alone once you know they work. When you know a function does its job correctly, you can trust that it will work to continue to work and move on to your next coding task. Functions allow you to write code once and then reuse that code as many times as you want. When you need to run the code in a function, all you need to do is write a one line call and the function does its job. When you need to modify a function's behavior, you only have to modify one block of code and your change takes effect everywhere you've made a call to. That everywhere you made a call to that function. Using functions makes your programs easier to read, and good function names summarize what each part of a program does. So reading a series of function calls gives you a much quicker sense of what a program does than reading a long series of code blocks. So functions also make your code easier to test, debug when the bulk of your program's work is done by a set of functions, right? Each of which has a specific job, right? It's much easier to test and maintain the code you've written. You can write a separate program that calls each function and tests whether each function works in all the situations that you may encounter. When you do this, you can be confident that your function will work properly each time you call them. In chapter 9, you learn to write classes. Classes combine functions and data into one neat package that can be used in flexible and efficient ways. So that's what you even there, okay. Alright, so we pretty much deem a collections here. That's what you deem collections of stuff, right? So let's start. So it's in collections. So let me open this in the integrated terminal.
You can hide that if it's bothering you.
Uh, right, so as you can see here for city functions, right, as for city functions, you can see here for city functions, right, you've got a collection of functions for working with cities. So that's what you've got here, right? So that's what you've got, city functions, right? Right, so yeah, city functions. Right, so it's pretty much like a collection of like stuff, right? It's a collection. So as you can see here, you got a method, right? With city, country, and you got city then country. Then return a string like San Diego, Chile. Return an F string of city dot title, then country dot title. So this is what's being returned here. There's like a collection of functions for working with cities. So you want to return a string like San Diego, Chile, right? So you're gonna return an F string called city.title, then country.title, right? So this is what's gonna do. You work with the F string. So that's what you're working with, Move over to right. So moving on, right? We've got another one, right? We got another one. So it's called formatted names. And so it's formatted names, right? So that's what you've got. So you got a method, right, called get formatted name, right? So return a full name neatly formatted. Then you got an if else statement, you know what I mean? If else statement, right? If middle name, right? And then you got full name equals F string, first name, middle name, the last name. So if middle name, so for your variable middle, so for your parameter middle name, if full name is equal to F string first name, middle name, last name, right? If you got middle name, then your full name is going to equal to an F string, right? You got your first name, middle name, then last name. Else full name equals F string first name, last name, then return full name dot title. So you return the full name neatly formatted, then get formatted name. So you got this method, right? First name, last name, middle name. You return full name, that title. Then you got musician, right? If musician equals get formatted name Jimi Hendrix, then you're gonna print musician. Musician get formatted name John Hooker Lee, print musician. Def method, right? First name, then last name. I return a full name, neatly formatted. Full name equals f string, right? First name, last name, then return full name, the title. Musician equals get formatted name, Jimi Hendrix, print musician. Def get formatted name, first middle name, last name, return a full name, neatly formatted. Full name equals f string, first name, middle name, then last name. Return full name dot title. Music equals get formatted name, John Lee Hooker, print musician. Right, get formatted name, first name, last name, middle name. Return a full name, neatly formatted. If middle if middle name if you if statements got middle name full names equal to an f string first name middle name last name, right? Or else your full names can equal to an f string first name last name return full name dot title. Musician get formatted name Jimi Hendrix print musician. Musician get formatted name John Hooker Lee print musician. So that's what you've got. So this is what you have here. So formatting of names, if statement, else statements, formatting of names, right? Writing full names fully formatted. So as you can see here, you got Jimi Hendrix, John Lee Hooker, you know, and the terminal you can see everything, has been printed out the way it needs to be, neatly formatted and etc. So you got greet users, print a simple greeting to each other in the list. Right, so you got a for loop of the name in names. So MSG equals f string hello name dot title. Then print MSG usernames equals Hannah time market. Then greet users usernames. So that's what you have here. So as you can see here, you can see a pattern here where you have to like print a collection, right, of usernames. So that's the pattern that you see here. So hello Hannah, hello Ty, then hello Margot. So that's what you've got here. And then the def method, right? First name, last name, then age equals none. Then you got return a dictionary of information about a person. So person equals first name. So you got a dictionary here. First name, last name. So an if statement of age. So you got a person, right? Then you got a collection of age equals age, right? Then return person. Right? If musician equals to both person, Jimi Hendrix age equals 27, print musician, deaf both. So you gotta return a dictionary of information about a person, deaf both person, first name, last name, then person first name, last name, return person, musician both person, Jimi Hendrix both print musician. Yes, pass. So as you can see here, everything that you wrote here has been returned. You know what I mean? So in the terminal, the first one says return dictionary information about a person. So you got first, so you got a dictionary first, Jimmy Lars Hendricks, age 27. Then second one, you got return dictionary of information about a person. So first, Jimmy Lars Hendricks. So as you can see here, the musician, right, doesn't have age, right, for the second one, but the first one does. Then you got pets, right? So for pets, right, describe pet, animal type, pet name. display information about a pet. So you're gonna print f string. I have an animal type. Print my animal type's name is pet name dot title. Describe hamster hairy. So that's what you've got. Display information about a pet. So you got f strings here. So this white space, what it does is it takes everything, it takes an f string here and moves it over to the next line. And then you got another one, display information about a pet. So you got a method, animal type, pet name, and then print f string. I have a animal type. Print my animal type's name is pet name dot title. So what title does is it takes the pet's name and makes sure that the first letter of the pet's name is in capital letters. Then I describe pet hamster Perry, describe dog pet dog Willie. So that's what we've got here, right? Same thing, display information about the pet. F strings, right? So you got a white space in, so it moves every to the next line, and then print. So you got F strings that are being printed out, right? So that's what you've got, you know. And then you got display information about the pet. Print F string in white space, moves every to the next line. I have an animal type. Print my animal type's name is pet name dot title. Describe pet name equals to Willie. So that's what you've got here. So as you can see here, everything that we went over in regards to the code is being displayed here. So you got I have a hamster. My hamster's name is Willie. I have a hamster. My hamster's name's Harry. I have a dog. My name's dog is Willie. I have a hamster. My hamster's name's Harry. I have a dog. My dog's name is Willie. Summarize the pizza we're about to make. So you got an F string making a size inch pizza with the following toppings. So you got a for loop of toppings. Then you got to print. So you're gonna print out an F string, print F string, right? So make pizza, 16 pepperoni, make pizza, 12 mushrooms, green peppers, extra cheese. You know what I mean? So that's it. So so you got you got it right. Summarize the pizza we're about to make, right? An F string for loop, and then you got make pizza, right? Make pizza. So that's what you got. Then you got to print the list of toppings that have been requested. So you got print toppings, make pizza, make pizza. The same thing here. Summarize the pizza we are about to make. The pizza, so you got an F string white space that takes everything over to the next line. For loop for toppings, then print F strings, right? The big pizza 16 pepperoni. Make pizza 12 mushrooms. Make pizza 12 mushrooms. Green pizza's extra cheese. So everything, all the code blocks that we've got here is being grand there. So making a 16-inch pizza with the following toppings. Pepperoni, making a 12-inch pizza with the following toppings. Mushrooms, green pizzas, peppers, extra cheese. Pepperoni, mushrooms, green peppers, extra cheese. Make a 16-inch pizza with the following toppings: pepperoni. Make a 12-inch pizza with the following toppings: mushrooms, green peppers, and extra cheese. Right, so stimulate printing each design until none are left. Move each design to be complete. Move each design to complete models of the printing. So got one loop here. Current design equals unprinted designs that pop. Printing if string, printing model, then complete models that append. So what append does, it adds a value right to the already existing one. So you got a parameter, right? Show completed models, show all the models that were printed. Print the following models have been printed, right? So what this white space does, takes everything to the next line. For loop completed model, and completed models, print completed models. Really? Unprinted designs, phone case, rubber pendants, dodecahedron. So completed models, printed models, unprinted designs, completed models, show completed models, completed models. Right, so unprinted phone case, rubber pendant, dodecahedron. Then you got completed models. So you got a while loop, unprinted designs, current design equals unprinted designs at pub, print f string, printing model, completed models are append. So you're gonna append a value, display all completed models. Print white space, right? It takes everything over to the next line. The following models have been printed. For loop, then same thing here. You do the same thing here, man. So you got stimulate printing each design until none are left. Move each design to complete models of the printing. So while loop, unprint designs, current design, unprint designs at pub, printing if string mod, printing model. Show all the models that were printed. Printing the following models have been printed. For loop, unprint designs, and then yeah. So you got that's what you've got. So you got printing model dodecahedron, printing model robot pendants, printing model phone case. Following models have been printed dodecahedron, robot pendants, phone case, printing model dodecahedron, printing model robot pendants, printing model phone case. The following models have been printed. So as you can see here, we got different types. So we got a dictionary here, along with while loops, right, of the same stuff right here, for loops of the same stuff here, and then you got for loop models have been printed dodecahedron, robot pendants, then phone case. So as you can see here, Litamile, I hope you paying attention. You can see here you got that stuff, and then last but not least, you got build a dictionary containing everything we know about a user info first name, user info last name, last robot user info username equals build a profile, Albert Einstein location equals Princeton, field physics print user profile. So that's what you've got here. So you got to return user info. So these are the values that we've got here. You know what I mean? So that's what you've got, right? User profile, right? That py, right? So location Princeton, field physics, first name Albert, last name Einstein. So that's what you've got here. So yeah, I mean that's just about it. Wait, yeah, that's just about it. Except now, let me see if I can debug this thing, man. Let's see if I can use the debugger. Alright, so all that's left for me to like to debug, my stuff. So I'm just waiting for.
Hello, Kabelene.
I'm trying to run a debugger, but my sharing screen was just lagging. But as soon as my debug,
I was wondering.
as soon as it's ready, I'll show it to you.
Alright.
Come on now. The hell? So as you can see here, you got a debugger that's been run. So you ran a debugger. So these are all the values that you've got. So these values here, so everything's So that's what you've got here. Jimi Hendrix, John Lee Hooker. So yeah, this is what the debugger did. It took all the values here, 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 and there, and pretty much debugged it. So all these functions got debugged into the terminal here to produce results like this. So that's the debugger for what we've got here for our dictionaries and collection. So that's our debugger. So yeah, I mean that's just about it, man. Yeah,
Alright, Kabelo, thank you so much.
you're welcome. Until next time, take care. Thanks.
Cool, good night, bye.
Good night. Thanks.